Hi everybody, welcome to the KP channel. Today I want to just talk about Counter-Strike 2 and Modern Warfare 3. I decided to make it all in one video. Two new games, first-person shooters, completely different though, but they're both my favorite games and, both favorite franchises, should I say. Anyways, let's go on, and here's my honest review. Let's first start off with Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2, probably one of the best games. Best, updates, my bad. Is it perfect? Is it I should praise it as much as, any other game, any good game from the early 2000s should be praised? I don't know about that, but is it good? Yes. I have no complaints about the game. Well, I mean, I have a couple, but it's not as bad as I thought, it would be for, Valve, not even putting out any new games. Let's first start off with the smokes in the game. The smokes, man, they just put a whole new ball game in it. It's crazy, the smokes, you can shoot through it. It looks cool, it just it almost feels like the entire game revolves around the smokes when it really isn't. But the smokes create a good strategies, and you definitely have to relearn the game on how to use the smokes to use it to your advantage. But yeah, I mean, the smokes are good. I only have one single complaint about the smokes. Why can't I see the other side clearly when I shoot through it? I mean, I saw the ads and trailers for Counter-Strike 2. It looks like the smokes you're able to shoot through it and see the other side properly. That doesn't work for me. Just saying. I don't know if that's false advertising, or maybe I wasn't watching the trailer correctly. But even if that is the case, they should make it better. The smoke's better. When you shoot through it, I see the other side. That's how it should be. And also another thing I have to say about the smokes, when you go through the smoke, it looks ugly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just me. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's it's a funny nitpick, but I'm being serious. It doesn't look as good as I thought it would be, the smokes. But otherwise, I'm just being a nitpicker here. I'm nagging about the game. Realistically speaking, it's good though. The smokes are good. Other than my complaints I have, which I hope could be fixed a bit. Probably not, but if they could, hey, it's all good. Now, another thing, the follow recoil crosshair. Some people are complaining about it. I used to complain about it until I started using it a lot, and I realized it's probably the best thing you could ever use, especially for beginner players. I mean, I'm not much of a beginner or a noob in the game. I mean, I'm solid, to say the least. But I mean, I still use it because it could help me, whenever I have a slightly off shot, the crosshair would help me put it back on the target which I'm shooting at, and I think it's good. The only complaint I have about it is that it sometimes is inaccurate. Just sometimes. I know it doesn't follow spread. I acknowledge that. But sometimes I feel like the follow recoil doesn't even do the recoil properly. Especially if you're shooting from a long range. It does not really follow the recoil as proper. I mean, again, I know spread is a thing, but putting spread aside, I still think it wouldn't really be as good as I thought it would be. But again, I'm being nitpicky here. Otherwise, follow recoil is still good. It's a good tool. It's practically cheating in my opinion, but it's a really good tool. Man, y'all should be using it. If you're stuck at spray control or you miss your shots, it's a good thing to use. And that should be it about Counter-Strike 2. It's the perfect game that Valve was trying to bless us for these years after just using Steam for a long time? No. But is it a good update that's for free? Yes. But it's not perfect. It's good. Don't listen to the reviews. It's not as bad as people say it is. It shouldn't be hated as much as it is right now. And I have another complaint about the game. Ready to hear it? Why in the world are the ops not responsive? When I shoot an op, it should immediately shoot like it does in Global Offensive. So one thing I don't get, every time I shoot the op, it takes 3,000 seconds for it to actually shoot. And that shouldn't be the case, an op is supposed to be responsive. I don't know if that's, and the game literally is advertised to be removing the sub-tick timing, and right, with the op, you just feel like it increased the tick timing, if anything. I don't know if that's a way to nerf the op, but I don't know if that's a way to nerf the op, but it's annoying, to say the least. And I think they should definitely, like, make it a bit more responsive. Like, I don't know, like, if it's just a me problem, but I don't think the ops are responsive, really. Like, I don't think it's that responsive as people say. Like, again, I don't know, professionals are doing well with it. I'm not. I don't know why. I mean, like, I don't suck at sniping that much, but, the op should be a bit more responsive. That's all I have to say. Anyways, Counter-Strike 2 is a good game. At the very least, they're not charging $70 for a DLC for an update. They're giving it for free. But one thing you guys have to be careful about with this game. This game isn't for your enjoyment. And this is like the problem with modern AAA games. It's for your money. And I'll explain that more when I talk about Modern Warfare 3. And we're going to transition right to Modern Warfare 3. So everybody, so the thing with Modern Warfare 3 now, right, we review Counter-Strike 2. It's not the perfect game, but it's the best, Valve could be, like, it's a Valve game, It doesn't disappoint, but it disappoints in some criteria, but not as much as Modern Warfare 3 is. And right now, man, I'm gonna go on a big rant about Modern Warfare 3. So first off, where to begin with? Well, they brought back slide canceling. I'm happy about that, that's a positive change. It adds a skill gap, and also one thing I like about the slide canceling in this game is that, it's a good way to outgun your opponent, because like it's mechanicized in such a way where, unlike in Warzone 1, like where you're able to slide cancel, it wasn't like, it wasn't as much of it didn't add as much of a skill gap, because like Warzone 1 was more about like how you coordinate with your jumping and sliding. This game, it literally is like revolves around like how you use your sliding. It's like you're able to aim and shoot at the same time almost instantly, actually, with the tactical aiming. But other than that, that's the only positive change. Like, it's the same thing as Modern Warfare 2. Like, every time I launch a beta, even like this is a bold thing to say, I think I might need to say it, Vanguard's beta felt different from MW19. I said it. Hopefully nobody gives me any backlash for that, but I'm being dead serious. Vanguard had more of a difference than MW3. Like, actually, I'm not even joking. Like, the thing about Vanguard, everybody hated it. I hated it. Not for the gameplay. The gameplay, for all I care, it was solid. There's one problem with the Vanguard is just, it felt lazy. Like, it felt like, like a 3-year-old, like, went onto, like, the engine and just created a mod. It felt like a MW19 mod, if anything, community mod. But other than that, Vanguard played well. Like, actually, it required a bit of skill to play the game well, And how is Vanguard related into all of this, you might say? First off, Sledgehammer is creating MW3, as we all know. And I don't know, it's just MW3 feels like a weird mixture between Vanguard and MW2. And I don't know if that feels good or bad, but I guess it's good, but just the problem with this is that MW3 doesn't feel different. Other than the slide canceling and other than the old maps, I didn't get any new vibes. Like, every time I play a beta for any Call of Duty, I get that new vibe, like, hey, this game feels a bit different, like, it feels fun. This game, it feels like the same thing it feels like I'm playing a Season 7 update. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a new game. It feels like, I don't know, like, I feel like I just got ripped off, like, by $70. It was an insult to my $70, And I know I pre-ordered it, but I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, don't pre-order MW3. If you want to buy it, wait till it goes on sale. But if you're like the casual FPS gamer, like you don't play COD that much, this game isn't for you. Like, look elsewhere, download CS2, download like Starfield, bro. Like, I don't even know, man. Like, just MW3 is not it right now. Like, people are praising it, saying it's good. But the only reason why it's good is because it has slide canceling. For all I care, this could have been an update for free, and that could have added, like, improved movement. Like, literally, it could have been a free update, but they choose to, like, give, like, make you guys spend $70 for it. Like, where do we begin? Well, the positives: slide canceling is back, not much recoil in guns, and MW2 maps are in, and red dot sights on map, and, like, and dead silence as a perk. I don't know. These are all changes we requested since the day one MW2 beta. Like, this is crazy. This could have been an update. Like, all they needed to do was go write a few lines of code, and boom, we have slide canceling. That's all they needed to do. But they choose to, like, they probably had like 10 lines of code, and then sold that for $70. The same game, just, hey, I added an extra 10 lines of code. Yeah, I think it's $70 worth. No, it's not. If you want to like really monetize it, make it $40 at the very least, or $20. Like $70? Come on, what are y'all doing? Anyways, like, what are y'all doing? Like, seriously, like, I'm repeating what are y'all doing, but why? Why $70? Honestly, like, I'm depressed, honestly. And other than the positives, I have more negatives to say. CS2, it was all positive. Like, the thing about CS2, my negatives were just nitpicks. That's it. My negatives here are serious for MW3. First off, the servers are laggy as hell. Like, man, like, I cannot even describe how much the game lags every 3 seconds. My game, like, if you're looking at my gameplay and you notice, like, some stuttering, thank you, lag, I appreciate it. And the thing is, I'm in the same room as my Wi-Fi router. This shouldn't be the case. Like, it shouldn't be the case. If I'm, like, literally next to my Wi-Fi router playing the game, I should get no lag. So it's not a me problem, it's a them problem. Like, for all I care, I have 5 bars of Wi-Fi, I'm good. It's just Activision not fixing their servers. So lag is a problem, right? Now let's get on to another problem. Well, first of all, you added MW2 maps from OG MW2. Good, but bad, because, like, you're charging $70 for maps. Like, what? Like, you guys aren't innovative enough to create your own maps. Bravo, Activision. Just bravo. I don't even know what to say. And I mean, like, MW2 maps, they're fine. It's just that I don't really like them because, and I mean, like, I know, like, all the veterans are gonna probably comment on this video. Actually, they're the best maps ever. Shut up, man. Like, honestly, like, MW2 maps, I don't like them. They feel overrated because, like, it's easy to get double teamed on these maps and get shot behind the back. Since MW2 maps, like, so open, it's easy to get shot in the back every 3 seconds. Well, I mean, that's just a nitpick, but that's the only nitpick I have about the game. The problems I actually have is that this game is not $70 worth. The game has a somewhat of a skill gap, but that does not mean anything. It does not feel change. And also, why isn't bunny hopping in the game? Like, the thing is, slide canceling is not enough to bring a skill gap. You need to add bunny hopping. Like, what are you guys doing? We need bunny hopping. I mean, like, I need bunny hopping because, like, I think it adds a skill gap, personally. Like, why do you remove that? Like, sliding, like, no, bro, like, I don't just slide cancel, I also bunny hop. Like, come on, man, like, if you're gonna release an MW4 and add bunny hopping, then I'm not buying MW4, just, even if they add bunny hopping, just, this game sucks, just saying, like, it feels the same, and, it's just, people are annoying in the game, like, it's just designed to play for noob friendly. This game is created so they can get your money, and I mentioned this during my CS2 review, that these games are made for your money. Now, how you say, well, CS2 is free to play, right? How does that get your money? Skins. And that's what I think it is. It's skins. Skins for MW3, MW4, MW5, whatever they release. Okay, well, I think that's it.